So I thought I'd do a little video on replacing these steering wheels. You know, this one's in great shape, but I have an even newer one right here. Now the part number is 10364488. This is the best steering wheel that you can get for these trucks. It's what came in my truck. It's the thicker molded steering wheel, all leather. They do have a perforated one, which comes in the Trailblazer SS's. It's a direct fit. I personally think it looks cheap, but to each his own. But comes with all the steering wheel controls, everything. All you need to do is swap over your airbag and cover. So let's get to it. Plain and simple. First things first, I just use a little Allen, but whatever you want to use, a pick, a small flathead. There's going to be, let's see if I can get this thing off. There's going to be 2 little holes, one on each side, that you need to depress. Let's see, where's the best place right here? Okay, that you need to depress to loosen the airbag. And once you get one side, kind of keep your hand on it to keep it from popping back in. It probably won't go easy because I'm recording, but whatever. If I have to... Come on, baby. There it is. So, then you got this. I'll show you. Now that I have one out, there's going to be 2 little connectors. They are different, so don't worry about keeping track. There's just going to be 2 little clips, one on each side, that you just squeeze and pull. Never had an airbag randomly explode, but they say keep it face down, you know, over here on the passenger side. If it explodes, I'll be pretty mad, just because it's a Trailblazer SS one and they're not the easiest to find. So now these are disconnected. We have the nut, another connector for all your controls, and then I believe this is for the clock spring. This little white, I don't know what you'd call it, kind of clip deal, you just kind of push in and twist. Let's see. You just push in. And twist it to the left. It'll look like that. I know it's kind of hard to see, but let's see if I can get you guys a better view on that. You know, you just push it in, twist it to the left. You can see it's got these 2, kind of hard to see, but has these 2 fins. Just pushes in, locks, pretty simple. And then you have this connector right here. So I'll get that out, but I'm gonna have to put the camera back up here. Sorry if it's not the best view, but we're working with what we got. So on this one, let's see if I can do this. There it is. There it is. So now these right here are going to stay with the column. The 2 browns for the airbag, and then this is going to stay with the column. The rest of it is going to come off with the airbag. I don't know if I'll be able to break it loose, but it's going to be either a 21 millimeter or 7/8. 21's going to fit a little better, but I had a 7/8. There's probably some instructions somewhere that tell you not to take it off of the impact, but here we are. So you can use a steering wheel puller, whatever you want to do. I personally just pull on it till it comes off, kind of rocking it. Just be very careful. I mean, there's a clock spring in there, there's cables in there. You don't want to break anything and open up a can of worms over a steering wheel. So I kind of keep my my knees on there just to keep it from, there you go, just to keep it from pulling out and breaking anything. So now that it's loose, You just let these wires feed through this bottom channel, just like so. No need to pull on anything. And there it is. Now, obviously my steering wheel was pretty straight. You don't have to freak out. It's keyed in certain places, so I don't even know if it would go on, you know, 180 degrees different or not, but it's not just fine splines and you're going to be one spline off. It's going to bother you and you're going to play with it for the rest of your life. So if it was straight, don't worry about it. Unless for some reason you turn your steering wheel completely around when the steering wheel is off. So now we have the new one. Like I said, 10, 36, 44, 88. I pay about 200 for them. I guess they go for 300 plus. I mean, it's a good deal if you think about it. Fresh steering wheel and all new buttons. I mean, if you were to buy just the buttons from Chevy, pretty sure it costs about that, you know, 200 bucks, 40 bucks a piece, whatever it is. It's still better just to get a whole new wheel if your steering wheel's whooped. So we're going to feed those two brown wired connectors through that bottom passage, and then also that black larger connector. So now that we got those kind of fed through, just be careful. I mean, you don't want to break anything. So it's on the shaft or stud. Now I just kind of want to look for the keyway and just make sure. Let's see. Where are we at? And there we are. So the new steering wheel's on. Put your nut back on. Go ahead and tighten it down. Probably should have used an extension. Definitely should have used an extension. Let's see if I can get it behind here. There we go. Alright, nice and snug. I'm sure there's a torque spec on it, but you know me. Alright, so now we're going to put the white connector in that hole right there. Just take your time, you know. You're going to kind of feel around. There it is. So it's just going to go in, and you're going to kind of find the sweet spot while trying to rotate it to the right and getting it to lock in. It's in there, you know, give it a nice wiggle, make sure. Now this bad boy right here, you're just going to connect this to this one. You can even put it in its home, which is, you see that pin right there and that hole right there. You can just put it in there now. If you can get there. Here we go. Trying to do this one-handed. Alright, so what I do is I get it in there, and you can kind of rotate it to get this connector in. So you see that connector is about to be in there. I can't really do it with one hand, so camera goes back up here with the horrible view. I'm just trying not to damage these two little red wires, because that would be a headache and a half. Okay, so that's in. That black connector's in. The white fin connector's in. So that just leaves these two bad boys. So take your beautiful airbag. I mean, it's pretty simple. You got white and pink. You got white and pink. So get that connection first. And I forgot they go upside down. Bada bing, bada boom. Hopefully it doesn't explode in my face. That'd be exciting. So kind of just look back there and make sure everything looks right. And then you just go ahead and pop it in. And the horn will probably go off. It didn't until I made it. So there you have it. Freshy. Pretty simple. Thanks for watching.